angry, Aussie. 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 Angry, Aussie. 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 Angry.
Okay, here we go. I know this might be the last live stream for a little while, or I might stream tomorrow night. I might stream Friday night. I don't know, because it's surgery day tomorrow, and I have no idea what state I will be in. We shall see. Time ran away from me a little bit tonight, getting stuff ready before the stream. I'm not usually drinking a cooler at the start of the stream. Normally have it like half an hour before the stream, but it just got better of me. So I didn't do a thumbnail for my clarified cocktail last night, so gonna do that now. Means pouring another glass of my clarified cocktail. That is a hardship I'm willing to put up with. This is going to be another difficult orange. Is it? Are you a difficult orange? You're giving me a difficult vibe right now, I gotta say. All right, that's maybe enough. It is I'm a Pepsi Max guy, strictly Sega. Yes. Yeah, so I'm just going to have to pour myself another glass of my clarified cocktail. These are the hardships sent to try us. Just spend a minute making my garnish look pretty. Mowed the lawn, classy adult stuff, Safa. Oof, 32 Celsius. It's meant to be us in a couple days. Beer and cold chicken, temperature appropriate. Well, I have to admit, it's actually really quite rare for me to eat cold meat, no matter what the circumstances. It's kind of like I have icy cold drinks in the middle of winter and hot food in the middle of summer, and people justifiably think I'm a bit weird. I don't have a good excuse for it. It's just the way I am. Slightly weird. At least I like to think I'm weird in creative ways, not in gross, hateful ways. See, strictly, your point of view is much more normal than mine. Wanting cold food, not wanting to run the oven. That is a regular sort of approach to life. All right, I'm going to open another Advent thing for the 10th. God, I really have to dismember this to get them. I have to dismember the box to get them out. Okay, what do we got? Can I read it? I've got it backwards again. Yeah, mint julep. Today's little bottle is a mint julep. It's basically like a whiskey sour with mint in it and lots of crushed ice usually. Official drink of the Kentucky Derby. Christmas hot food does not work in Australia. See, I grew up like my mum, which is very old school. She would, and Dubbo would be like 40 Celsius, and she'd be in the kitchen all day cooking several different roasts. There'd be like roast lamb, roast pork, roast chicken, a whole bunch of roast vegetables, big thing of gravy, and she would just be, just sweating in the kitchen all day. But yeah, I know stuff. And my mum was a legend as a, and that would be for up to 20 people as well. It's like I'm one of 10 kids. Once people started having partners and kids, and also, friends of the family would drop by sometimes. It was a ridiculous crowd of people. And hi, Celtic, by the way. Physics. Threw a bit of ice in my face. Definitely no aircon, apart from, as I mentioned, the Bonaire swamp cooler, which was not particularly effective at cooling things down. Just raise the humidity. Hey, honey, how you doing? All right, something stuck in my... I just scratched and was like, wait, is something stuck in my beard? So when was proper air conditioning first available? I don't think it really started to be widely used until at least the 70s. Maybe the 80s even. Yeah, Heine, I'll be on something tomorrow. Look, honestly, maybe the doctor was overstating it. He said I'd be a bit dreamy. Maybe it'll be nothing. Maybe my biggest complaint will be the anesthetic's worn off and my finger hurts. They'll send me home with pain meds, won't they? Got fucking surgery on my hand. We'll find out. I shall divulge all about my pain medication. Anyway, I was going to do a thumbnail, which means pouring myself a clarified cocktail. Should get these two out of the way because I was going to do some more Christmas cocktail short videos tonight. See how that goes. Okay, so just get some stuff set. So it's not in the way. Ugh. I have no idea if I'll be able to do things, or if I'll feel really incapacitated. Oh, I have to flame my ice, I just realized. Like I usually have to Let's do this. Get this camera out of the way. Yeah, I edited the video for this today and then realized I didn't have a thumbnail. But I didn't panic because I went, I'll just pour myself another drink on the live stream. Wait, I have to... What are we doing here? Okay, I'm managing to get the room untidy again. I cleaned it up not long ago. Okay. Where's my blowtorch? There. Okay. Oh, Celtic, do you not know I'm getting surgery on the dislocated finger tomorrow? So I may or may not be streaming tomorrow because I may or may not be in a fit state to do it. And I may or may not still be under the influence of meds. Okay, so get the thingy out of the way. Okay, I just want to bring the light over to properly light the thumbnail. Let's get it on. What's going on? What's going on? pour me a clarified cocktail. Together loud on the fire. Cook me up some bacon and some beans. Fill up pot and then go fetch me strippers. Pour me out another pot of tea. Okay, that'll do. It's nicely placed. Let's take your picky. All right, that's good. That's done. As a bonus, I have a drink. Right, this out of the way. I'll just sit down. Ugh, it's this shit on the floor. Ugh. So much shit on the floor. Alright, where's the drink? I've got the drink. Drink. Okay. No, Celtic, to the best of my knowledge, none of my family watch any of my videos, which is how I like it. And I really have to remember to get some more cherries because I am running out. Did I mention I actually went cherry picking on the weekend? I have fresh cherries. It was kind of a fun experience. It was surprising how many people were there. It was a huge thing. So I ate a bunch of cherries while we were picking them. This is one of the more abstract shirts, actually. I like it's white, and it's got sort of icons of things like a glass and a jigger. Kind of, it's abstract representations of cocktail imagery, this shirt, which I quite like. So I like to have different styles in the shirts. Cheers, y'all. What do I like? My family not watching videos? Just that would make me a little self-conscious. I see people saying first step to digital ID. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but people say really stupid shit on Facebook. Yes. Look, I think a lot of governments would like to force us to digitally identify ourselves with everything we do online. It's not what's happening, but I think they would like it, and it would be this. There is so much wrong with the under 16s social media ban. The one that just screams out to me is it's a privacy nightmare. Well, look, Safa, technically, the social media ban affects everyone. It has an effect on everyone. Are you saying, am I in contact with any under 16-year-old relatives? No, I am not. So I have no interactions with any under 16s. But yeah, it's kind of like, oh, we want to do something. And there is global groundswell of governments and aspects of digital IDs and tracking you online are popular with some right wingers for some reasons. Like in America, half the states have ID laws for online porn, and the religiously motivated zealots who've pushed for that make no secret of the fact their end game is to ban porn altogether, and that's just the first step in their plan. Then they want to effectively ban any pro-LGBT information. And basically, they just want to keep expanding their controls. Celtic saw VD bought something. Yes. Of course he thinks I'm a fuckwit. And going back to Wollongong. Wow. That seems like a big move. But anyway. Yeah, strictly saying, 15, 20 years ago, I would have lost half my subscriber base with an under 16 ban. But they were under 16 then. They all grew up. They're on their 30s now. It's always weird when I get a message from someone like, oh, man, I love your stuff. I was watching you in high school. Like, I'm 35 now. I'm like, Jesus. I was putting stuff on YouTube a long time ago. 20 years goes fast, man. I'm just saying. It's sounds like I'm being a whiny boomer, but time really does go fast. So Justin 35. Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's a lot of people will tell me they started watching me when they were in high school and they're in their 30s now. Whereas people like me, who were my contemporaries at the time, in their 30s and 40s when I started, 50s and 60s now. Celtic, so you were 26 when you started watching. Celtic's 35. So yeah, that means you've been watching since your late teens, Celtic. Oh, and I did run into an old school viewer in Healesville, actually. Lightweight 69. Cool dude. And I completely blanked. Like, I'm so shit with remembering people. It's incredibly embarrassing. I was like, hey, we've met, haven't we? Sava, have I... Wow, your friggin' typing is very difficult to understand sometimes. You're asking, have I had the best career for my high school cohort? Well, that's going to depend what you mean by best. You have done things that have been seen by the most people. I don't know. I know people who've published books that have done well and whatnot. So it's not a black and white question. Celtic, do people approach me in public? Not very much anymore. 15 years ago, it was quite the thing. Not so much these days. So she say you forget names but remain handles. Yeah, it's but that's also legit. If that's how you interacted with someone for years on end, I think it makes sense that you remember their online handles rather than their real names. Hey, Justin, how you doing? So if I didn't tick it off in a calendar how often it happened, people approaching me in the street, it happened occasionally. Celtic, has anyone abused me for my political stance? Not to my face, because they're all fucking cowards. Ooh, I'm going to go on a little rant now about how all the dead shit right-wingers who would either make videos about me or just post things online about me. And particularly, I get these fucking dickheads thinking they were going to scare me. And they're like, I'm going to fucking get you. I'm fucking push you. Like, no, you're not, you pathetic, weak little bitch. Because I know you're not. Because in the last several years, I've made it known where I'm going to be publicly multiple times. And none of you fucking losers ever showed up. So, like, you think I've been on the internet for only 5 minutes? What did Kamala Harris say? Do you think I just fell out of the coconut tree? No, I've been in amongst the coconuts for a long time. But it was just weird. They would keep doing it. Like, I know some gangsters, they're going to fuck you up. No, you don't. No, they're not. And the fact that you think no one's ever said stupid shit like this to me, and that I'm going to be freaked out, just shows how fucking dumb you are. And no, Safra, I didn't want to punch on. I think punch-ons are stupid. I have been in physical fights in my life. I do, as a general rule, avoid them because it's fucking stupid behavior. And also, you never know when something can go wrong. Either for yourself, you could get badly hurt, or if you seriously injure or kill someone in an altercation, you are criminally liable for that. And of course, another thing with dead shits who try to cause trouble, and we see lots of examples of this. It hasn't happened to me, but they start some shit, and when there's some fallout from their actions, then they go to the cops and try and get the other party prosecuted. Because another thing about these dead shits who want to do their Nazi bullshit, and they call it censorship when everyone goes, actually, I'd like you to fuck off, you Nazi piece of shit. They're very pro-censorship. They just don't think they should be subject to it. They're just consistently liars and hypocrites. Yeah, but you see, Celtic, it's just these people are just dumb. So Tom Silver in the news again. He's a rat. I think he, should just be incarcerated. He's probably going to get offed by another Nazi for being a squealer. Because he sings like a canary to the cops, he does. Heidi, been a few incidents involving gropey old fans and young cosplays. Oh, yeah. And that definitely happens with cosplay. People getting a bit handsy. Should we say, speaking of which, I've been keeping up right-winged American creators infighting. I just generally know there's been some schisms lately. People who have decided Trump has betrayed them, and people who are Trump diehards, and people like the actual Hitler-loving Nazi Nick Fuentes, which is hilarious. Someone of multi-ethnic heritage pushing the concept of white supremacy. But like the actual Nazis had people like that too, and the Nazis kept them around as a shield for certain accusations, and then offed them as soon as they'd outlived their usefulness. Oh, so should we say Candace Owens straight up said Turning Point US, was that Turning Point USA planned it? Candace Owen gets absolutely unhinged views on her live streams, like 250,000 people. Like, she has captured the imagination of people, and she is just so blatantly anti-Semitic. It's like, God damn. So that is such a strange question. Do I get pink sunsets? Everybody gets sunsets of different colors at different times. Oh, I saw bits that I watched a little bit of Hassan Piker today, and he was playing it and talking about it. It's just like, of course he said racist shit. Like, there's basically no penalty for him in the United States by saying ridiculous, racist, sexist, hateful shit. There's basically no downside for him, and significant potential upside. But will the pendulum swing about? I did see the bit about him hating women, and him actually saying, like, he's really trying to curry favor with incel groups. Him actually saying he's never had sex, which is probably not true, but it's just weird. He's just a weird, manipulative, lying coward. He just radiates cowardice. Oh, yeah, Tucker Carlson's going further and further right. And again, it's we're in this surreal thing where progressive people who want Israel to stop doing a genocide get called anti-Semitic. But yeah, you get like Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, who like genuinely anti-Semitic, like just hates Jewish people for being Jewish. It's wild. Hello, Greg, by the way. How are you this evening? Who bought a house in Qatar? Is that Carlson? They're all such fucking weird people. They are just genuinely weird people. It's just, they're awful. I shouldn't say weird. I was saying weird is a good thing. They're terrible, awful, hateful people. Shallow liars. Like, they just say shit for attention. I think they are, all of them, deeply bigoted. Different flavors of bigotry, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, anti-Semitism, just, bog standard racism. I'm sure Tucker Carlson thinks he would do well in a fascist regime. I get the impression Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes think they do well in a fascist regime. They would for a while, and right up until they didn't. And the problem is suddenly not doing well in a fascist regime is a real extreme situation to find yourself in. You see, I'm fidgeting with my Advent bottles. I just thought I'd put them all on one string. Ooh, I know you gave me strings for each of them, and I was thinking about the sticky tape. Maybe I'll get one long piece of string and just dangle them. Maybe like a necklace. Should I have a necklace of necklace of bottles? I don't know. I should say, oh, Luba's going off the wall. Yeah, as you say, the right-wing infighting is getting hilarious. Oh, God, and speaking of people who mean nothing and stand for nothing and are shameless criminal grifters, Milo Yiannopoulos. I mean, says and does whatever he thinks will make him money, as they all do, honestly. So is it strange you want sugary food when it rains? I'm going to go out on a limb and say the two aren't directly related, but I don't know. Maybe you're part honey ant. I don't know. Benny Johnson says he's going to sue Milo Yiannopoulos for insulting his family. Well, famously, that can work against you. The most spectacular example of that is, of course, Oscar Wilde. So Benny said he's going to sue. Milo said, go on. And Benny's gone full-blown silent. That's interesting. What would that be? Is he just angry and doesn't want it to go on anymore? Is he genuinely upset, thinks this has hurt his family and doesn't go? Or has he had legal advice? Step away from this because we are going to get the dude, but you need to not engage with him publicly because that could hurt your course. I'm going to release my finger from this. Oh, I find it so annoying to have them strapped together. Just getting bruised again. God damn it. Anyway, I think I'm supposed to get a new special splint on this finger after the surgery tomorrow, so we shall see. Sophie, you know what? There was no dog saga, okay? It was ridiculous, stupid bullshit by non-serious people who had no genuine concern for the dog. They just thought they could score some points by carrying on with absolutely ridiculous bullshit. One thing I refuse to engage with are people who don't actually mean what they're saying. There is when they are not genuinely concerned with the thing they're pearl clutching about, where they're just trying to score points against someone or harass someone, and they do not actually care about the topic they're trying to make big thing out. Just fuck people who do that. Oh, Hassan went to China, and I have to admit, I didn't watch a lot of the China stuff, but I have to admit, I would not be in any rush to go to China and be seen to be a cheerleader for the Chinese Communist Party. Just not. So Tim Pool's furious. Why is that? Did someone take his beanie off and show that he's bald? They're also fucking... Oh, so he's furious that they're fighting. So he's fighting about them fighting and doing it. But it's okay. This is a thing. I'm so into fidgeting with these bottles. Maybe a little skipping rope. This is a thing on I've seen with very hateful groups of people, they always have a falling out because they're just terrible people. Someone did this before, but yeah, glad I'm enjoying them. Just they're great for fidgeting with. I should stop doing this. I could just imagine the string breaking and them going everywhere. Okay, again. Oh my God, Safi, you're typing. You're saying, does that mean he's a big commie going to China? Well, he yeah, I guess actually I was going to say a longer answer, but I guess the answer is yes, Safa. So Strick, so your theory is fans are tuning out. Oh yeah, that trans women in sport. What's a woman? Want to hear more about why the fuck everything costs so much? Yeah, and I mean that's why bloody Mamdani in New York was such a raging success. He just cut through the bullshit and said everything's too expensive. We have to do what we can to improve affordability. And Trump's tried to echo it recently, and just no one's buying it with him. Because there's that hilarious meeting where Mamdani had clearly wooed Trump and Trump was making goo-goo eyes at him. Very weird stuff. All right, I'm going to make some cocktail shorts. Ba-da-ba-da, I had a couple marked down to make. Where's my Trello? Shabump, shaboop. The Nutcracker. No, that's the eggnog one. I'll do that second. Brandy, spiced rum, port, brown sugar. Okay, I'm kind of looking forward to this one. I think this sounds good. A port heavy drink. Alrighty. The New York mayoral election shook the walls of hell. That's a fun phrase. I don't think I've heard that. All right. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, let's get all our shit together. Get all of your shit. Roll it up into a big bowl so you got all your shit in one place. Okay. My extra barrel aged port, which hopefully is still okay. I haven't tasted it for a little while. Okay, so we want brandy and spiced rum. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? This phone just randomly sets the ringer to really loud, so that it scares the shit out of me when it rings. Okay. Brandy. Port. Where's my spiced rum? My homemade spiced rum. Nope, that was the wrong bottle. Confused because they're Killick bottles. Okay. Spiced rum. Okay, so we got... Okay. Let's do this. Jesus, that was weird. Okay, just about ready. Get my brown sugar syrup ready. God, that's almost out and all. Cranberry bitters. Getting all organized. That's black walnut bitters. That's cranberry bitters. Get ready, because here I come now. Okay, brandy. Oops, a little bit too far. That won't matter. Okay, where's my GoPro? Okay, let's go. Fuck you. Why'd you do that to me? All right. We go brandy. We go spiced rum. We go port. Very dark drink. We go brown sugar syrup. Man, that's yummy. And we have 2 dashes of cranberry bitters. First one never does. Okay, so close that. Some ice in our shaker. Oh my god. A few drops of cranberry bitters seriously look like blood. Alright. Ooh, and I didn't chill my glass again, but I'm going to lie and say I did. And as always, you're not allowed to tell people that I lie on the internet. It's our secret. Okay. For 25 seconds. Okay. That tastes promising. Let's see. Oh, I think I'll put my cherries on this as a garnish. Yep, I'm doing it. Yep. Oh wow, it's just as dark as the cherries with that port in there. All right. Now, just a minute or two of talking, because this is a short. Let's go. Frame this sucker up. Wise up, sucker. That's good. Okay, that'll do. How's this going? Is this ready? Looks ready. G'day, cocktail lovers. Here's another Christmas holiday themed cocktail called the Nutcracker. That is not what it's called. G'day, cocktail lovers. Looking for Christmas cocktail ideas? I found this one called Christmas Eve. And I think this is the drink you have after dinner. You've maybe had your Christmas pud. Maybe have this with your Christmas pud. It's got some great ingredients in here. I'm going to give it a taste. Okay, this is a Christmas dessert cocktail, but classy. I'll show you how I made it. In a mixing glass, put 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of brandy, then 3/4 of an ounce or fuck you, ice. In a mixing glass, put 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of brandy, then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of spiced rum, then 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of port, and then 1/4 ounce, around 7.5 mils of brown sugar syrup, rounding things out with 2 dashes of cranberry bitters. This definitely has those classic Christmas pudding flavors in there, and I think it's the perfect after dinner drink. Just when you're winding, if you've survived Christmas, whether you're alone, whether you're with family, whether you're having a good time, whether it's stressful, just treat yourself. Sit back and have a Christmas Eve. Cheers. All right. Now put this in my other glass. Meet me, Big Daddy. Beat to the bar. Okay, turn that off. Turn this off. Ooh, I didn't put the lids back on. That's always playing a dangerous game when you're as goddamn clumsy as I am. Let's do this and this. Put all the lids back on. All right. Ooh, and I'm gonna just a teeny bit more to drain into my glass. All right, and let's get this ready. Did want to make one more. An eggnog cocktail. Did not turn this light off. Let's turn this light off. And we're back to mood lighting for chats. Okay, what have we been up to? 2 beer talk, confident but not too drunk. That's the optimum political discourse state. This will be my second cocktail. Yes, again, Safa, that typing means nothing. That's an interesting one, Justin. Trump wants to copy superannuation, but they basically already have pension funds. That's just what superannuation is. If Trump wants to do it, it's because some Wall Street fucks have decided, hey, you could have this mandatory thing and we'd get all the money. It would be awesome. But I have no idea what Trump thinks superannuation is, because let's get real. Trump was never smart. He's always been a fucking moron. But lately, he has absolutely lost it. Like, his brain is turning to pudding. Again, Safa, these disjointed sentences, I have trouble understanding what you're trying to say. They don't seem to mean a huge amount. I'm not that drunk, so I don't think the fault's entirely with me. It's actually really hard to do this bandage thing one-handed. I think I got it this time. Well, that's what I was saying, strictly speaking. America has pension plans. And that's all superannuation is. If Trump's started saying something about superannuation, it will be for one of two reasons or a combination of them. One is he simply doesn't understand. He just doesn't understand what it is. The second is there's some collusion with Wall Street fuckers, and they've come to the realization they could impose this mandatory thing on workers and they can absolutely subvert it and effectively steal everyone's money. Not even fingers out. I undid the bandage so I could make the video more easily, but I just put the bandage back on to give the finger support. Discuss Trump Alzheimer's. His brain is Swiss cheese. He's rolling into dementia. Like everyone, including me, like to point out Joe Biden was a bit fucking gone. But Trump is at least as scattered as Biden. Okay, I've never heard any of that. On 4th of July, he got rushed to hospital. Word is he collapsed. Had an MRI. I know there was, you won't show the MRI. Yeah, he's been talking about that in the last week. And that absolutely reeks of there is like really damaging medical evidence. And Safa, yes, Australian super companies invest in the US. And that's why we're all fucked when the AI bubble bursts and destroys Wall Street and the US economy. It will fuck us as well. And everyone's savings and superannuation and investment will go to shit. Oh, won't that be fun? So yeah, he went away for a week. Oh, yes, no, I'm tweeting. Well, he just made no public appearances for a week. And it's like, what the fuck? This guy can't stay out of the public eyes. Well, are we old men yelling at cloud? I mean, yes and no. Talking about real things that have real consequences. Depends which bit you're talking about. I'm just, having fun speculating at fucking Trump. He's the old man yelling at cloud. He's fucking brains are leaking out his ears. Honey, are there any obvious non-AI tech stocks, AMD and Intel? But the chip manufacturers are neck deep in the AI bubble with that circle jerk they've got going on. One night he did 70 tweets on his special social media in 3 hours. Well, after 2 a.m. Yeah, no, he's chronic old man syndrome. Trump is just like. I saw someone post it. He posted like an essay about why is everyone going on about his MRI. He works really hard. I'm the best president, and my health is better than anyone's ever in all of history. And yes, Safa, the famous Kafefe, is definitely has. I've said that before. He's having mini strokes, but he just does not look healthy. I mean, I don't think he looked healthy in his first term. But now, all these years later, he does not look healthy at all. And he doesn't sound healthy. He doesn't sound mentally coherent. Trump did 70 tweets in a night. You don't think you've done 70 tweets in your life. It's kind of fun what they do. Like, I'm not sure how clearly it's coming across on camera, but if I get it going, oh God, no, I can't get it going. So yeah, okay, come on. Yeah, so they all just go around. Oh my God. There we go. Going round and round and round, and they run round and round, stop, and then they all flake out differently. Some interesting physics at work there. Minestrone is in the soup, yes. I wonder if Trump's just appalling health, physical and mental health, and competence, mental competence. Is it like Stalin, particularly the last days of Stalin, where no one was game to say, Comrade Stalin, you seem unwell, because he'd have them sent off to a gulag if they did. So the story goes where Stalin had a stroke or a heart attack and collapsed on his bedroom floor and didn't come out when he normally came out. No one was game to go in, because if you went in and said, Comrade Stalin, we're worried about you. Are you well? And Stalin was sitting there right as rain. You were just fucked. Your life was literally over at that point. You would just hope for it to be over quickly, not slowly with torture. And so, yeah, when he didn't come out, no one would go in, even though he'd been lying there, with a brain bleed for 12 hours. So far, I've never heard anything about Stalin's soup being poisoned. But also, I'm not that big on Soviet history. Oh, yes, the string and button game as a kid. This is the same principle of physics, yeah. But I just kind of like it. You do that, and they're all together. You do this, they're all together. And then they just all go all over the place on their own. It's fun. I'm very easily amused. I think of poison soup. You sure you're not thinking of Rasputin? What's my computer doing to me? Wait, what am I looking for here? Sorry, I want notification. I'm one of those people who can't stand seeing, a number for notifications. I have to have it sing. Hello, Madam Butterfly. How are you? And no, I haven't got my laptop back yet. I've been busy doing stuff. Took my hearing aid back today, said I don't need it. Got blood tests today that my GP wanted me to get. So yeah, I've been doing all this medical stuff. I've been to a podiatrist, went to the specialist for this, and now I'm getting surgery tomorrow. So I've done the dentist. So what have I done? Looking after myself. Dentist, podiatrist, GP, hearing aid test run, blood tests, and now getting surgery. In fact, I've decided, because if I was working, I would be taking probably at least 2 days off. So I should get a certificate from the surgeon and reclaim some of my leave, change it to sick leave. Oh yeah, but I mean, holidays, distilleries, that's just self-indulgent. I've been doing wholesome things. Gmail 0 unread. I can't stand seeing unread notices. Because Gmail lets you, star things, mark things as important. I thought, if this is going to come up, I want it to be easier to find. I'll mark it as important. And then but I also make a point of revisiting the ones marked important. You go, are any of these out of date now? Is this about something that's already over? Get rid of it. Seriously saying wow because I've got inbox 0. It probably means I don't pay as much attention to email as a lot of people do, because people are saving things as unread because it's like, oh, I'm going to have you. I go, yeah, you know what? I'll action this. And if I forget or I don't do it, they'll get back to me and say, hey, what about this? But I'm inbox 0 all the time. So there's probably like a stupid amount of stuff in my work email, but I might end up going through it. Particularly, like if the surgeon says, "Oh yeah, I'll do a certificate for you," I want to see, like, if the surgeon says, "Yeah, I'll give you a certificate for a week," I'm going to claim back a week of my leave. And yes, strictly say, anything important gets sent twice. Most of my emails, as you say, junk is stuff I've subscribed to. It's actually relatively easy to, like, Gmail blocks most of the junk once you unsubscribe for things. I stay on some mailing lists for a long time, and just every now and then I went, oh, you know what? There was a period where this is something I wanted, and I've been on their mailing list forever. Time to unsubscribe. And so I call it, but most of it, like, of course, I get multiple daily emails from all the shirt sites, but that's okay because I actually want them to do that because they change designs sometimes. And I go, ooh, new designs, I want them. You get ads for booze, laser discs, and t-shirts. Like on social media and stuff, I get ads for booze, so many ads for booze, and for these shirts and whatnot. Archie Rose, in case they do can steal again. Yeah. I did have fun reading tasting notes to Mrs. Angry this afternoon because Archie Rose got a new cinnamon smoked whiskey, which honestly sounds good, but it's $200 a bottle and I'm not getting it because I've got too much fucking whiskey as it is. But yeah, they sent me an email that had the tasting notes, and we both find wanky tasting notes for whiskeys hilarious. Oh, yes, Facebook is so weird in that it will do these things where it just feeds a bunch of stuff I'm not subscribed to that I never asked to see, and not anything from my Facebook friend. It's unfathomable what they're doing, actually. I mean, Facebook's so clearly in a death spiral. It's just they've got a mountain of cash, and they're very good about lying to corporates about all the profit they're going to make. It's redonkulous. All right, now I am going to make a nutcracker cocktail. Just after 9. This one has eggnog, or at least my version of it has eggnog. My eggnog. Da-na-na-na. Okay. Let's fucking go. Okay, I'll keep the brandy out, another brandy one. Put these away. Spiced rum, I'm a little bit tipsy. The surgeon didn't say anything about me not being allowed to drink any alcohol the night before. She said, did you drink any alcohol last night? Some. Because how much is that? Just the normal amount, so not much. Oh yeah, I was shit-faced. Save on washing up. Good God. What the fuck is going on there, honestly? Can't take me anywhere. Ah! Just knocking stuff about. Okay. Nut liqueur. Oh, do I really want to use that much of my Mac? Or will I use some amaretto? You know what? Fuck it. I can do it. I'm a wild and crazy man. I feel like I haven't been drinking my... No, what the fuck is this, by the way? Nachino. No, I was going to do half that, which is a hazelnut liqueur, I think. Don't want the bitters for this. Okay, let's just get ready, because here I come now. All right. Shake, shake, shake your booty. Shake your booty. Uh-huh. Shake, shake, shake. Oof, this is going to be a mess. Gonna be a sticky mess to clean up in the morning. Okay. Okay. How many times can I say okay? Like Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right, all right. Okie doke. And right for the slow-mo close-ups. Ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. All right. Ooh, let's go. Oh, there's a noisy car. Glad I wasn't recording. Okay, so. Oof. $30 brandy. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking eyeball this shit. Oh my god, I just completely missed the jigger. Anyone think I've been drinking? I might have to do a toilet break out there. Let's have a go, you mug. Okay. Now the brookies. And eggnog. Can put a bit more eggnog in. Get ready, because here I come now. Okay. This one. And put some fresh ice in. Why not? Fresh ice, baby. Dum, 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 dum. Stupid things that pop into my head. I can't talk about ice without going ice, ice, baby. Ooh, that is icy cold. Come on, you fucker. God damn. The pusher man. What a mess, what a mess, what a bloody big mess. Okay, you know what? I'm going to actually clean up some of this mess I've made. I just spilt eggnog everywhere. Oh, for fuck's sake. I just made everything worse. Fucking idiot. Honestly. Oh no, spill some more, you fuckwit. Jesus Christ. Go to clean up and make things worse. Need some more. Just back. What a goddamn idiot. Oh, all right, I'm also going to take a piss break. Oh. Okay, god damn it. Alright, I'm just going to do this talk again. Take a couple of minutes. Okay, fuck you. Everything's getting tangled. Everything's getting tangled up. Making my life more difficult. Fuck you, universe. Oof. Ugh. My general good nature is wearing thin. Fuck you. Now is not the time to piss me off. Okay. That's on. Let's get this on. That's ready. This is ready. Plane's going over. God, how long is this going to take? Because my microphone is definitely going to pick that up. Okay, I feel like it's gone now. G'day, cocktail lovers. Here's another Christmas-themed cocktail. It's called the Nutcracker. And I've decided to double down on Christmassy themed things because most of the recipes for this type of thing said to use cream or half and half, yada yada. I'm using my eggnog, my aged eggnog. I followed Alton Brown's recipe. There is a channel on fucking shit. There is a video on my channel on how to make it, but really, you should have made it at the start of November like me, so it's had time to develop the flavor. But honestly, even though it's designed to be aged, it tastes good straight after you make it. So, hey, maybe do it. But I want to try this little number. That is really good. The eggnog has not overpowered this. The other elements are shining through. I'll show you exactly what those are. We make it like this. In a cocktail shaker, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of brandy, then 2 ounces or 60 mils of a nut-based liqueur, and 2 ounces or 60 mils of eggnog. Add ice to the shaker, shake that for 10 to 15 seconds because you want this nice and chilled, and I'm straining that into a chilled coupe. There's lots of nut-based liqueurs on the market. I use this one, an Australian one, a macadamia-based, fuck shit. There's lots of nut-based liqueurs on the market. This is an Australian one based on macadamia nuts, Mac. This is a barrel-aged version. It's really nice. So the nuttiness is really coming through with the eggnog, making this super tasty. Incidentally, I have shared my eggnog with people at work, and they always go, wow, this is really strong. Wait till I tell them I've been making drinks where I add even more booze to my eggnog. I win. This is awesome. Hope you're having an awesome time too. Until I see you again, cheers. And nobody knows. I've been spilling things and dropping things and swearing lots because of the magic of editing. I just seem really happy and together. The internet's a lie. Nothing is real. Heart is a lie. God damn it. Oh, nice. Doing Losing My Religion. Oh, dear. Oh, nice. I think that was definitely in my top 10 on YouTube Music this year, possibly top 5. But at least I had a couple of contemporary ones in my top 10. I think if it's the last 10 years or still like a hip artist, it counts as contemporary. I had Briggs and Amy Shark in my top 10. I'd have to actually revisit it. I possibly also had oh God, what's the name? Wait, I left my phone over here. Chapel Roan. God, now I've brought it up. I just want to do it. Where's YouTube Music? You got my rap there, guys? Okay, so anyone who knows me is not going to be surprised by my number 1, Billy Bragg, I Will Be Your Shield, because I listen to that most mornings when I'm getting dressed. That's a special song for me and Mrs. Angry, because I'm a softie. So for the interest lie, I'm always correct. Well, that works. My number 2 was Shout to the Top, Style Council, by far the best Style Council song. Number 3, If You Tolerate This, Your Children Will Be Next, Manic Street Preachers. Number 4, Lorelei, the Pogues. Not necessarily my favorite Pogue song. My favorite Pogue song that Shane McGowan doesn't sing. Then we get contemporary. Finally, at number 5, Laced Up, Hilltop Hoods. That's only about 2 years old. And I Only Want to Be With You, Amy Shark. Then we're back to 90s stuff. Do you realize? The Flaming Lips. 80s, Feels Like Heaven, Fiction Factory. And Briggs, Here, And I think that's 10, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 10 is somewhere in my heart. Aztec Camera, 80s. Ooh, and Manic Street Preachers are the first one to get in twice. You Stole the Sun from My Heart. And then Chapel Roan. And then Andrew W.K. And Johnny Cash, Hurt. Go-Betweens, Falling Joys, Cure. Hilltop Hoods, second one to get in twice. It's Immaterial, Rubber Bandits. Okay, the newest one in my top 100 is Pez's recent single, Don't Worry About Me. Pet Shop Boys, more Billy Bragg, more Go-Betweens, more Hilltop Hoods, Don't Happy Be Worry. That was in the last year. Pump Up the Volume, another 80s one. Beautiful South Thing, that's 90s. Baker Boy, Peacekeeper, that's contemporary. Another Chapel Roan, she gets 2. And then, yeah, Losing My Religion comes in then. That's about 20s, in the 20s. The KLF with Tammy Wynette, Justified Nation. Shane McGowan and Sinead O'Connor doing Haunted. Paul Dempsey, I think that's 90s. Ramona Was a Waitress. Maybe noughties. Another KLF get in again. America, What Time Is Love? Electronic, Getting Away With It. Lime Cordial, that's contemporary. Smith, so it's like 80s. Like Run DMC. It's like that. That's 80s as well. Bomb Funk MCs. You go so like 90s, 80s, 80s, 80s. Brendan McLean. I think he counts as contemporary. Stupid. No, well, Briggs is in again. Housefire. Stranglers again. Another 80s. And then Pogues. Rainy Night Soho. 80s. Oh, Awesome Party. I think that's noughties. I'm not sure. David Bridie, 80s. 9 Inch Nails. Oh, new 9 Inch Nails. So that's contemporary. 80s, 80s. Oh, more Briggs. He comes in. Then Midnight Oil. Beds Are Burning. 80s. More Briggs gets. God, Briggs is getting a bit of a look in. It's like 4 Briggs tracks now. The Lars, I think it's 90s. 80s. Thelma Plum. She's contemporary. Lord. What was that? Contemporary. Oh, third one for Chapel Roan, The Giver. Severed Heads, 80s. Okay, Go. Oh, Love, that's actually their newest one. So that's contemporary. Then more Hilltop Hoods, Julie Cruz, 80s or 90s. Hunters and Collectors, 80s. De Antwoord, they're kind of contemporary. I think that's at least 10 years old, though. More Midnight Oil, Placebo, I think that's 90s again, maybe noughties. Benson Boone, that's contemporary. More Amy Shark. Ooh, a couple more for Amy Shark. More Placebo, 90s or noughties. Skrillex, does Skrillex count as contemporary? Bo Burnham, he counts as contemporary. All Eyes on Me. Piece of Your Heart, Medusa, that's contemporary. 80s is an 80s song by Killing Joke. More Billy Bragg, 80s. More Cure. More Billy Bragg. He's one of my favorite artists. He gets quite a look in. Rat Cat, that ain't bad. DMA's Believe, Triple J Like a Version, that's contemporary. Contemporary one from Rubber Bandits, because I think it was only in the last 5 years or so. Poison Arrow, ABC, 80s. New Order, 80s. Middle Kids, that's contemporary. DJ Shadow, that's contemporary. Nobody Speak. Stranglers. Oh, another Bo Burnham, White Woman's Instagram. Another KLF, that's their third one. Colorbox. This Is the Day. Oh, a left field one. Israel Kamawari. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Huge Hawaiian guy. Somewhere Over the Rainbow and What a Wonderful World. More Amy Shark. More REM, The One I Love. Spacey Jane, they're contemporary. Hilltop Hoods. Royal Otis, another contemporary one. Temper Trap, another contemporary one. Here Comes Your Man, 90s. Anyway, okay, I think like 1 in 5 of mine are contemporary, which is... And my playlist had influence on your Spotify, Charlie. Fair enough. Yeah, Amy Shark ended up being an Australian Idol judge, which is super weird. But anyway, she's a really good songwriter and performer. So I don't feel too old. Oh, no, strictly say you got to look up this guy. I'll find a picture of him. Hawaiian Israel. All right, a Hawaiian singer. Let's see if you can pronounce his name, because I can't. I'm going to... share the search page. So, see, he's a huge dude. Israel Kamakawiwo'ole. 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 Anyway, I can't do it. But dude is fucking huge. I mean, he is dead now. But the album that the track I listened to is from, where he does a mashup of Somewhere Over the Rainbow and Wonderful World, which is beautiful. It's really nice. And it was like, the biggest selling album ever in Hawaii. And the folklore is he just rocked into studio one night and said, hey, he's with his ukulele, and he's just like, hey, I want to record some stuff. And then went, okay, and started the tapes rolling. And as I understand, the album's basically live. It's just him in the studio strumming the uke and singing songs he wanted to record. And they turned it into an album, and it became the biggest selling album ever in Hawaii. Yeah, and he was generally known as Iz. Full name Israel Kamakawi O'ole. Kamakawi O'ole. I'm sure. See, more than 3 syllables is extravagant, whatever language it's in. What's it? Kamakawi O'ole. 7 syllables. Come on, dude. Come on. I think you've... I think you're just fucking trying it on, having 7 syllables in your name. But yeah, he's a beautiful singer. And he's justifiably a legend in Hawaii. And he was in my top 100. Probably the only reason he's in my top 100 is because when I sort of asked the thing to, while I'm getting dressed, play me Billy Bragg, I Will Be Your Shield, the auto-generated playlist after that has a lot of folky type stuff, and Iz shows up on it. And just because the way YouTube auto-generates a playlist, he's ended up on my most played. Right time, right place, right way. Yeah, well, I think he died relatively young, and you could guess that there's a lot of arguments to be had about focus on weight. Like some people who, this is not me, I'm not making excuses for myself because I'm very unfit, but some large people with a big BMI actually are quite fit and healthy. He wasn't. He was just too big, and there'd be a terrible strain on every organ in his body and every fucking joint in his body. It's not particularly surprising that he died young. You're like the perfect... now that I've done this, God, I'm gonna like hyper focus on it. Okay, I've got to spin it. I just love how they all, right at the end, they've all just got a mind of their own and do whatever they want. They're all acting in unison until they're not. Is that saying something about society? What is the time? 9:30. I don't even really want to drink a lot of, like, often I would have like some of my mineral water. Don't know that I want to have a whole can of mineral water this late. It'll just make me have to get up and pee. Oh my God, Trixie, I love that Pet Choice mashup where the streets have no name, can't take my eyes off you. It's doubly brilliant because that's from U2's The Joshua Tree, which is probably the moment they were taking themselves the most seriously, like all that high contrast black and white photography on it. Great songs on the album, but they did have a bit of a tendency, and I think Bono has continued to have the tendency to take himself too seriously. So Pet Shop Boys starting to do like a rock version of Where the Streets Have No Name, but then just segueing into the old show tune, I love you, baby, and if it's quite all right, I love you, baby. I actually saw the Pet Shop Boys live at the Sydney Entertainment Centre. It would have been back in the 90s before I moved from Sydney. And that was part of the set. Like, okay, it was mostly a visual performance. I think Neil Tennant was doing the vocals live, but they weren't hiding that the vast majority of the music was pre-recorded. His sidekick may have been doing some keyboard stuff live. I think Neil Tennant was singing live, but just I still remember the way he launched into Where the Streets Have No Name. Just went, because they've been playing all their gay disco stuff, which is awesome, and then he just goes, "Let's rock," and they just launched into a fairly rocky version of Where the Streets Have No Name, and then just the segue into ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da-da. You think Rattle and Hum was the peak of U2 self-fart sniffing? I'd have to re-look at Rattle and Hum. Okay, let's just go purely on visuals. Let's look it up, and I'll share it. We'll go U2 Joshua Tree studio album by U2. Let's go track list. So Where the Streets Have No Name, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, With or Without You, Bullet the Blue Sky, and those were the singles. I don't think anyone really knows Running to Stand Still, Red Hill Mining Town, In God's Country, One Tree Hill, Exit Mothers of the Disappeared. I didn't want that. Shopping. Images. So, okay. Let's go. This is the imagery for Joshua Tree. So just these really moody, superposed, high contrast, black and white things. Now, if we go Rattle and Hum, because I don't even remember the tracks on Rattle and Hum. Rattle and Hum. I remember the album cover. So was Rattle and Hum live? What's the track listing? Helter Skelter, Van Diemen's Lane. Desire, that was a hit. Oh, was there a version of All Along the Watchtower? Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Pride, In the Name of Love. Angel of Harlem, that was a hit for them. Love Comes to Town. Okay, so was that a live album? Part of it was live. Okay. Love Red Hill Mining Town. So purely in terms of visuals, I really felt like because that's like the one visual that they repeated over and over. I thought the visuals for Joshua Tree were a bit more, we are extremely artistic. But on one level, they did a bunch of epic songs. They kind of earned the right to be wankers as well. But yeah, Bono over the years has embarrassed himself quite a bit, I think, with... That's right. There was a movie version of Rattle and Hum as well. Yes. Oh, you know what I should do? I should decant my brown sugar liqueur out of there. Get a couple of bottles. Oh, I'll need a funnel. Let me grab a funnel here. Okay, give me a second. I'm just going to go and get a funnel. Ugh. Oof. And a little bit inebriated. That's okay. You're an Achtung Baby era fan, and so, well, honestly, didn't they sort of go like after like that era of taking themselves too seriously? I feel like they shifted gears and kind of went, "Ooh, we need to take ourselves a bit less seriously." Like, didn't they also have an album called The Fly or something? Or was that a single? I don't know. Achtung Baby and Zeropa. I feel like they were still doing good songs that were big hits and whatnot, but they were kind of disappearing up their own arsehole. And it's like they realized it and said, oh God, we've got to take ourselves less seriously. Okay, The Fly was a track on Achtung Baby. Yeah. Lemon. Yeah. So they stopped taking themselves as seriously. Mysterious Ways. Yeah. Would you agree, Charlie, that it's like they woke up to themselves and went, oh God, we were being serious wankers for a while there. We need to fucking chill a little bit. Oh, do you want to actually come on tonight and talk to you too? Because I'll fucking do it. But before we do that, or actually, you could come on, I could keep talking, and I'll be over decanting my thing. Okay. I've got you. You got a vibe in a U2 kind of way. It's where you find out if Pat's lurking as well. Dots the link. Find out if Big Pat's been lurking in the background. Okay, I think I have a couple of bottles here because I will need a couple of bottles. Oh, this one and this one. Why not? Why not? Then I have to decide, what will I put in the barrel? God, I had some cheap red wine down here. Maybe I used it all. Maybe I'll do that. Don't want the barrel to go dry. Okay. Getting ready, because here I come now. So I'm just waiting for you to come on there, Charlie, so we can chat all things U2. Just getting this stuff ready over here. Ugh. Okie dokie. Did I label port, sherry, verbena, brown? Brown sugar. Brown sugar. Okay. Let's get it on. Okay. Got my fine sieve in case I need it. To filter out bits of barrel char. All right, while I'm waiting for you, I'm just going to do this. Start decanting. It's been in here about 2 weeks. Should have mellowed it nicely. Ooh, peeing ASMR. All right, there's Charlie. Hang on. Pause. Pause. Over and bring Charlie on to talk all things U2. Yo.
Don't need to rush. I'm happy watching you fill barrels.
No, but I'm happy. I'm happy doing U2 talk.
Okay, because I think this with the band's been around. It's too big of a conversation to have in just text messages.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's layers to U2. There's generations to U2. There's
the first album were in the 70s.
Yeah, we got Boy. I was just about to say they got the Boy album, and then you've got War, and then if you kind of can put the Flames one, the one with the red album,
the live one.
No, hang on. U2 discography.
The Unforgettable Fire was when they went mainstream.
Unforgettable Fire, that's the third one that I was thinking of, yeah.
That was more a live EP than an album, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. No, that was all... Because that has... what's the big song off that? Pride in the Name of Love. And and The Unforgettable Fire. The album has its own popular... Hold on, walk on through... Anyway, but that era, they were huge with the touring as well. They did Live Aid, and Bono got so cocky that he walked out into the audience because he saw a woman getting crushed at the front of the... Brown Sugar is Madame Butterfly's stripper name. Did you know that?
Works for me. It basically, the Rolling Stones song Brown Sugar is about a guy who likes to have sex with black women.
Yeah. What about Paint It Black? Isn't that? I
don't know.
The same guy likes to do blackface. So anyway, Unforgettable Fire. Then we got the famous. If you ask me, it's an equally awesome performance as the Queen one was. So Bono sees a woman getting crushed at the front of the crowd, and then pulls her, goes down to the stage, which is like 10 foot down from where the band's playing. The band can't even see him. Yeah, and he reaches over and rips a woman out that the security guard isn't paying any attention to. This is all in the DVD, the Live Aid DVD. Yeah, and then does this dance with her where she spins her around and stuff like that. And then they do this bow, and then he walks back up onto the stage. In the same time, the band can't see him. They don't know whether to stop or to keep going. They're like, shit, is he gone? Has he got hit? Is he belted up? Or are we just playing is he ever coming back?
Now?
Yeah. And we just keep on cruising with the same riff over and over. Yeah. Anyway, so that was an era. I got to say, that was a very interesting era. And then you've got the sniffing my fart era, which is what we were talking about before.
We've been agreeing that was when they were a bit self-obsessed.
I'm 100% with you. Joshua Tree and Rattle and Hum are two of the most, you can smell it. You can
But they
smell
still
what
have good songs.
you know.
Both albums still have good songs, even though...
That's why they were sniffing their farts. They're like, look at me, Lani, frickin' da, Any Access went through it as well, between the Kiss, the Listen Like Thieves and Any Access Kick album.
Right.
They went through their whole "we're bigger than Jesus" period, But then we got, okay, I brought some props.
Ooh, props. Gotta love props.
Okay, we got the greatest hits of U2. You remember this one? That was a massive hit album. Yeah, that was. Of course.
They had so many.
This is the one that is between 80 and 90. So we got the fart sniffing songs. Oh, New Year's Day. That was a good song. Pride, New Year's Day, With or Without You, Still and Found Looking For, Sunday Bloody Sunday, Bad, Where the Streets Have No Name, I Will Follow, Walk Away, Walk Away, The Unforgettable Fire, The Sweetest Thing, Desire, When Love Comes to Town. They did that with B.B. King.
Yes.
That's how fart sniffing they were. They're like, let's just bring up the greatest, guitar blues player of all time, and we're going to do a team song. And then what did they do during the same period? They brought up fucking Pavarotti and did a song with Pavarotti as well. Oh, let's just save Sarajevo,
They could do literally whatever they wanted. Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got so that's the album you were talking about before.
Tree. Yeah.
Like you said, good songs. I really love the one you said before, Red Hill Mining Town.
Yeah, okay.
See,
I don't know the album that well.
Awesome. Okay, and these are my two favorite U2 albums. Achtung Baby, and which has One. You remember that song One? I can't play any of it here. I'm not going to try to sing it because it's going to torture everyone. Anyway, it's got Fly, Mysterious Ways. Yeah, One was a massive hit. That used to get flogged the shit out of on the radio. It's a very slow song. And the whole video clip was just a bison running across the screen for like 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah. And then we got Zarupa, which has Numb, which is that one where he's just rapping very slowly and talking very loud.
That's the Edge doing that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And then Lemon, which is the one where he said hi,
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, okay, we acknowledge we were taking ourselves a bit too seriously. We're going to have a little bit more fun.
Have a little bit of fun. And then they did this tour, the Zoo tour, where they had TVs like all over this. This is the thing with Japanese, just shit. There's always shit inside of it. They had costumes and lots of TVs hanging from the walls, and it was a big event. And my favorite part of this tour, right, because this is done in Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Sydney?
That's the Sydney concert, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a bit where he's going, TV, it's a mind-rotting device. It's going to kill you. It's going to kill your kids. It's going to destroy the world. It's turning off your brain and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's flicking channels, and there's Jennifer Kite reading the news, and everyone's like, yeah, boo, boo.
Boo.
But then he flicks over to the cricket, and Ricky Ponting dives for the ball and does this classic catch. And the whole fucking SCG just... and
fucking Ponting!
Swoop, Bono's whole point was just kicked out of the fucking stadium like a sixer.
Yeah.
It was such a beautiful scene.
You know what that reminds me of? Bloody Jamie Oliver trying to convince American kids chicken nuggets were bad. Showing them that it's not made from chicken meat, it's made from this pink slop, and shows them the video, and then puts a plate of piping hot chicken nuggets in front of the kids. So do you want to eat these now? And the kids are like, hell yes.
Yeah.
No,
It's like The Simpsons, with the tripe. You're not going to feed us that tripe, are you? So that was the 90s, and then they did that album Pop, which came out in 1998, and it bombed. Everyone was like, "We're done with you two. We're sick of you two. Fuck you two off." We're moving into late stage Metallica now, and Metallica's gone and cut their hair, and give me fuel, give me fire, give me stuff like that. Like music has changed. We're listening to rave and trance music, and and we did not need that pop shit. But then U2 will not fucking die, and they brought out this in 2000, All That You Can't Leave Behind.
Yeah, that did fairly well, didn't it?
Which is their most successful album to this date.
Yeah.
All You Can't Leave Behind and How to Dismantle Atomic Bomb were like season 3 of U2, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that, right? Or season 4, technically, because you've got early indie U2, then you've got Spice U2, then you've got 90s grunge U2, then you've got, season 4. This is, we're going back to our roots U2. And this had, like Vertigo and, City of Blinding Lights. Oh, my God. I worked at their concert in at Telstra Dome, right? Or what do they call it now? Marvel Stadium.
Yeah.
And I was so on our breaks, we're allowed to go and watch the concert out the edge. Not allowed in the concert part, but around the edge is fine. Yeah. Just where the concourse is that you're walking around and stuff like that. Yeah. And I'm standing on my concourse and I'm eating my bloody little chicken strips and chips and I'm watching them perform. I've seen some of these most amazing concert moments just from a distance back, like watching from and there's this bit where they're singing Blinding Lights and the chorus goes, "Oh, you look so beautiful tonight." And these lights would light up every time they would say, "Oh, you." And the whole crowd are pointing, "Oh, you look so." And then you join all 3 of that together. Mm-hmm. And it just made this magnificent concert moment that just, oh, wow, that was, Yeah. And what was the other one off the other album? Beautiful Day.
That was a bit
Elevation.
Huge.
Yeah. Elevation. Yeah. Walk On. Yeah. My next door neighbor used to play that on the top of their fucking, Anyway, I don't mind it. It's kind of a cool album.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my YouTube presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Yes, No, that was good.
I'm quite fond of of eras of them. My mum and my dad used to listen to them during the 80s. Yeah. And then they became my band during the 90s when they did the Uptown Baby stuff and because
pretty epic to have hits from the 70s through to the 2000s. That's not easy to do.
Yeah. And you know what killed their career though? That bloody iPhone event. In 2007,
the album that got forced onto everyone's iPhone. That was
2007. They put the album, which took up 300 megabytes back in the day when iPhones only had, 5 gig.
That was a spectacular miscalculation. They were all like, "Oh, we're giving everyone a free U2 album. They're gonna love us." It's like, no, you forced a free new album. You forced on people.
You let them get at their own choice.
Yeah, if you had tap once,
shoved it on everyone's phone. Yeah.
Tap once to get a free U2 album, and people probably would have gone, "This is awesome," but forcing it onto people's phones is just It was just a spectacular miscalculation.
Yeah. So the live one that you're thinking of is called Under a Blood Red Sky.
That's it. That's what took them mainstream. They were an indie darling band, but that live Under a Blood Red Sky took them mainstream. All the mainstream radio stations.
Yeah, because that had Gloria, and that was a big hit. Yeah, Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Yeah.
I Will Follow.
There was a weird thing, though, of bands that had been sort of indie popular released a live album or EP, and it took them mainstream. U2 did it. Devo did it. Devo Live took them from this weirdo indie thing to a top 40 hit band. Talking Heads did it with Stop Making Sense.
Actually, well, Little Creatures was pretty big. That was before Stop Making Sense.
But Stop Making Sense was a huge mainstream event.
It's a massive, because that was a movie at the cinema as well.
And in fact, they just re-released a remaster of that. I didn't watch all of it, but I was watching a bit of the remastered re-release.
Yeah, A24 actually did it. Yeah,
this is pretty fucking good, honestly.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I like the original. I got them on Laserdisc, and I like the original cut better because I know I'm going to sound like a fucking ass, but there's too many songs. There's too many songs on the new one.
Okay,
it was like 90 minutes before, you know, and it had just the hits, you know, and now they've added all these filler songs in there, and it's like.
Well, I don't think I've watched either version beginning to end. I've only watched bits of them, so I'm not in a position. But I also think because there was an IMAX release of that kind of would have been pretty awesome to see it in IMAX, I think.
But it wasn't filmed in IMAX. See, I'm picky with IMAX. Movies have to be filmed in IMAX to justify being on IMAX rather than upscaled.
They do, yeah. It is better if they use the IMAX cameras.
Like, definitely. For instance, all of those. Where's the guy who directed Oppenheimer and Interstellar and
Nolan?
Yeah, he does his movies in 7 sprocket 4K. Fucking, you know.
I did see Tenet.
I don't think U2 are still playing at the Sphere anymore, but I saw someone bring a camera into the Sphere to record the concert, and it is quite impressive.
The technology behind that Sphere in Vegas.
I am such a Sphere geek. I love the Sphere.
It's incredible.
Oh, did you see the Simpsons episode of it?
I did not, no.
No, the Simpsons get a Sphere because everyone's being too efficient with electricity nowadays. So Mr. Burns is like...
wants to use more electricity, right.
You know, because even the electric chairs run by spinning classes, you know, those exercise classes.
Oh, my God. That's awesome.
Go on over the mountain and switch, you know. Yeah, so Mr. Burns comes up with the idea of building one of these spheres, or
Springfield.
What was it called? The Springfield Circle, or something like the Springfields. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, and it's the story is on it is a K-pop band is the first band that's performing there. And it's Lisa's favourite band. And Marge wants to go too because she's been hearing bloody having to listen to it in the car, you know.
Yeah.
And but the tickets get sold out as soon as the countdown hits 0, you know.
Because
like
scalpers do it, yeah.
Yeah. And the scalping company turns out to be Bart.
Okay, that's pretty good.
It's a good episode. It's like what I like about it is, you know how on the outside of the Sphere it's always displaying ads and stuff like that. They've got this, you know, it's shining into everybody's house, right? Because
of course,
right? Everyone's just like this, but you can see the reflections of the ads that are playing, and it's so funny.
That's okay. That sounds pretty good. I have to admit, I'm, as you say, being a Sphere groupie, just all the videos people shoot of when different stuff's on the outside of this, it doesn't look real. My favorite thing about the Sphere is it doesn't look real. And it's just straight video of what's playing on it. And you go like, someone's done some VFX and superimposed that, and it's not but it's real. It's so trippy. I haven't been to Vegas for 25 years, but it's fun. What was funny for me is the 2 times I visited Vegas, my ex, she had family, like cousins in Vegas. So we were staying with locals. We weren't doing tourist stuff. We were with locals, and we were just staying in the suburbs of Las Vegas, and we were seeing things. So it's a really different experience to someone who goes over and stays in one of the hotels. Imagine porn on the Sphere, Safa. I'm sure someone's done it. Yeah. Hack the Sphere and put some porn on it. I mean, could you actually... Okay, now we've opened this Pandora's box.
Justin, Juzzy, what did you watch?
Yeah.
Was it porn?
Yeah. Yes. Did you watch porn at the Sphere? Well, no, I'm just thinking of orgy porn, like on the inside. If you're inside the Sphere and it's just an orgy happening all around you, that would
like
be...
hundreds of people in all directions.
Just one of those.
It's like, what do you want to watch?
I am willing to bet some of the porn companies have been pitching that to the Sphere, and the Sphere's saying no, and they're going, "Oh, we can wait. You'll come around.
Wait until you start losing." So at the moment, it's Backstreet Boys, the Eagles. The Wizard of Oz has a...
Oh, Jesus. Some people were really angry about what they were proposing to do with the Wizard of Oz.
The rest of the movie outside of the screen.
Yeah.
And
they were
it's got
doing some AI shit.
AI coding look to it. When you look at AI coding, it's comic-y, Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It was making people angry. Juzzy saw the Minions. Okay. Yeah. Digital native stuff is probably best in the Sphere.
The Minions 3 comes out next year. I'm looking forward to seeing that. The Minions 1 was terrible. The Minions 2 was really good. So, yeah.
I've only seen a couple of the Despicable Me.
I've watched all.
In terms of characters, I think the Minions are incredibly funny. I think they're a really funny concept.
They are measured by their bad guy. The better the bad guy, better the Despicable Me movie. My favorite Despicable Me movie is number 3, where the bad guy is played by Trey Parker. And it's perfect. He's a guy who's obsessed with the 80s and lives and breathes the 80s and plays a keyboard, like electric keyboard that hangs on his arm, a keytar. That's...
You're having the big moment, Juzzy, filing your bond refund and handing in the keys. That's always a big moment with a move. That's when it's real, when you're actually asking for your bond back and handing over your keys.
So I'm in 4th beer mode, so I'm talking more than I,
do it. I'm in 4th or 5th cocktail mode. Now that I've decanted the latest iteration of my brown sugar liqueur, and I'm doing quality control now. Is it yummy? It's like, it's so yummy. It's so...
I've got a new old fashioned, so I can when we get towards the end of the streams, I usually I keep an old fashioned in this drawer.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's Lark. Nice. But I always keep a tidy booze in the drawer next to me for when we get to the end of Friday night, and I want to have a couple more hits just to keep me up, so I don't get that tired feeling,
Yeah.
Because like when we get to the end of the stream, we're both getting a bit.
A little bit. I mean, it is after 10 o'clock now, but I don't know. We have to see. Actually, Lark Tasmanian whiskey just reminded me. There's probably only whiskey nerds really know about this, but was this scandal. Oh God, 5 to 10 years ago. Kirsten told me about it. A distillery that was called Nant, Nant. This guy said like, "Oh, I've got an investment opportunity," because when you're making whiskey, there's a lot of upfront cost, and you've got to wait 3 to 5 years minimum to get any return or whatever. Saying to people, if you can buy a whiskey barrel from us, and it was in the thousands of dollars, like at least $3,000 to $5,000 a barrel, and that will give us the finances to see it through to maturation. And then once we're at the maturation stage, it's worth more, so we'll buy it back from you for an increased amount. But again, Frank, hello. Do you like the fact we have a social media ban for under 16?
Yeah. It was on Philip DeFranco as well.
Yeah, well, it's pretty big because the EU in particular is paying close attention, because if they regard it as successful in Australia, they're going to do it. Okay, I need to throw out Frank, by the way, old friend of mine from the fucking 80s. Frank is the singer in a band called the Sweets of Sin. I did my major project at uni, did a recording of a concert Frank's band, the Sweets of Sins, did in our theatre at college where I was. So I've known Frank since the 80s.
So is this the band that does the Ghosts of the Battle Cry?
Yes. Oh my God. Sweets of Sin. Again, they had a couple of really good bangs. And Frank, working with someone else, has actually done a remix video, which has some original stuff and some of the footage from this show that I recorded. And he's just been uploading them to YouTube recently. But he's got some very interesting videos on YouTube of Sweets of Sin's performances. God, I saw so many Sweets of Sin shows back in the day because they had a residency at the Sandringham Hotel in Newtown for a while.
That's one thing I miss about being young, is going to concerts. I don't go to concerts.
Oh no, I'm too old to go to concerts, for God's sake. But no, I was a real Sweets of Sin groupie. Frank moved back to Germany. Oh yeah, okay. Look, I'm going to put some on my Discord. And look, just on the off chance, Frank, you're interested in joining the Discord.
Far out. The Sweets of Sin Experiment With Me 7-inch vinyl goes for $80 on Discogs.
Did you know that, Frank? Your 7-inch vinyl, that with the debut single "Experiment With Me" is a collector thing. Link to the new video. I never got the album on vinyl. I had it on cassette, which is the crappiest fucking.
The cassette is actually the Sweets of Sin cassette by Jarrah Hill Records. That's only $18. The cassette hasn't got as much money. Yeah.
I don't think I have Experiment With Me on 7-inch. I'd have to get out the box of my 7-inch.
Oh, let's get out the box again. Yes, I love when you get out the box again.
Doing the whole box of vinyl thing. Yeah.
Dude, there's so many songs that haven't explored in that box.
Yeah.
The Sweets of Sin Meism, is that them as well?
Yeah, Frank's just saying he's got CDs of Meism. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. 2004. That sells. That's only $26, but I wouldn't mind getting a copy of that. That looks interesting. Great cover.
Yeah. So Frank and cohort started in Adelaide, I knew them from Sydney. They were doing stuff in Sydney, and just a very, very fun band. Like, guitar, percussion, sequencer. Frank, you want to send me?
Yeah, I'll chuck in for postage if you want. Yeah, for sure. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, message on Discord, Frank.
Send it to him, of course. Don't send it to yeah. And he'll give me one of the cheapest things in the pile.
Yeah. Okay, Frank, me and Charlie are both into it. So if you join the Discord, it's easy to message me on there, and I can message you a postal address. Nice. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, so when we recorded the performance at uni, it was on Pneumatic video. So the 3/4 inch thing, and I held on.
You talked about this actually, yeah.
I held on to these tapes for years. I lost contact with Frank. The internet let us recontact, but kind of just before the internet got really big, definitely before YouTube was, I've gone like, I've carried around these huge bulky tapes for a couple of decades now. And I chucked them out, and I swear to God, within a couple of years of me chucking them out, YouTube was a thing. And Frank contacted me and said, "Do you have the master tapes of that show?" And I was like, "Oh my fucking God. I hate myself."
You held on to it for so long as well. The fact
I held on to it for ages. I held on to it for ages, and I fucking chucked them just before YouTube was, like, by just before, I mean a few years before, but it was, I fucking kicked myself so hard for that.
You made it when you're doing a live at Bathurst.
It was like a really good, we ran a couple of shows, recorded all of them, and put together some stuff of the best ones. I know. It's like Frank and I reconnected on the internet just within a couple of years of when I've turfed the tapes. And he said, "Do you have them?" And I went, "Dude, I had them for so long." And it's just like, I hate myself for getting rid of them, honestly. Actually, Heidi, you are correct. There could well have been degradation in the tapes. I'll never know, because I literally just fucking threw them out. That was like, who could have known YouTube was going to be a thing?
I had 2 reel-to-reel tape decks that I took home from the radio station when they upgraded to digital, and I had them sitting in my house for about 6 years. And then when I moved to Perth, I just chucked them in the skip, and then found out that both of them are worth about $3,000 each.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, kick yourself.
That would have paid for my whole trip to Perth, and I just chucked it like it was yesterday's underwear,
Oh, yeah. So this is the thing Frank pointed out. A whole bunch of people at my uni contributed to putting the show together. And there was this absolutely incredible backdrop done by an artist called Fran Ferguson. And Frank's contacted me saying, "Oh, can I get the details of everyone? Because I'm like remastering some of these videos and I want to credit them." And so I went to my old network, like, "Hey, who was involved in this?" And does anyone have Fran's contact? And I went, "Fran died, unfortunately." And I'm like, "Oh, bummer."
Yeah. Oh. So what's this about now? They ripped them off and
okay. So it was just a fucking scam. Like, he was selling barrels he didn't have, and it was a complete fucking scam. Anyway, he's just in court now. He's like 63 now. He's on 800 fraud counts, and he's claiming not guilty.
The company's still going.
No, it isn't. But there was a bunch of whiskey. You sometimes find things. Some of them got marketed. Someone bought the barrels, and they bottled them under the name Remnant, as in Remnant. But if I remember correctly, the same guy pulled the same scam in Queensland, but it was with raising cattle. It's like, if you buy a calf, that'll give us the money to raise it, and it's worth so much more as an adult, and you'll make money. And it was the same scam with cows instead of whiskey. It's amazing. Oh, yes. Frank most recently uploaded to YouTube Infant Dreams Invasion.
I've got the page open. There's a playlist of 11 songs, and I'm ready to roll that as soon as we get off the chat.
Infant Dreams Invasion is the most recent remix video of it. It's a really good track, and the video is very well. But
there's a few songs that have gone, oh, I wonder what this is. Like why is what's this one? Is that a cover? Like there's one called Our House.
Oh no, that's the one. That's their original one. They did that when they were still in Adelaide, inspired by the Adelaide Zoo massacre, where someone broke in and killed all the animals in the zoo.
It's pretty interesting too.
Yeah, Infant Dreams Invasion is the newest video. It's an old song, but it's the newest video.
Yeah, but 9 minutes is going to be so. I'm going to stick my teeth into that.
It's very arty and intense. It's really good. Anyway, Mrs. Angry's gone to bed. I'm going to go to bed. No. So it'll be fun. You may or may not see me tomorrow night, depending when and how I get out of surgery. And you may or may not see me on Friday, depending how I'm feeling as well. But I'll at least put updates on Discord and stuff so you know what's happening with me.
But either way, good luck with your finger.
Yeah, it's all about the finger. So
hopefully you can bend it,
It'll probably be a little while before I can bend it properly, but yeah, that's what the surgery is about, being able to bend my finger again.
Yeah, I saw the X-ray, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was really dislocated.
All right.
All right, you all take care. See you another time.